Hey guys, it's Honore back again with another video. Today's video I'm coming to you with the middle 10 nights of the fragrance that I wore during the month of Ramadan. So let's go ahead and get it going. Night number 11, I wore from the house of Honore Jacques. This one is called Musk Oil White. This is a 15 ml oil in here, which I got recently. This is supposed to be the like a vintage one. This isn't what the new bottles look like. So I really like white musk just because living in the Middle East, very popular, safe scent profile, the white musk. And I was reading a couple of reviews and people were saying, how great it was. Some people were saying that, it wasn't worth the money for what you get. Now, Musk Oil White was originally released in 2010. The notes, this one says it has freesia, iris, ylang ylang, mimosa, rose, jasmine, white musk, and bourbon vanilla. And for me, Honore Jacques is an extremely expensive house. It's probably the most expensive house in general. There are some houses that have like really expensive fragrances in the line, like Frederick Mall, for example, and there's a number of other ones, but this one, all of them cost anywhere. The cheapest you can get one for is $700 something for a 15 ml oil or 75 ml spray, and then the 30 ml oils are even more than that, and that's on the low end. Some of them in the same bottles cost a lot more, but even the cheapest ones are around that. I got this one for a little bit of a discount. Now, what I will tell you about this Musk Oil White, I won't spend as much time on the other fragrances, is that if you are ever looking to this, because I was talking about Over the Musk versus 1957, someone actually mentioned this, and this had been on my radar when I had received that comment, so I was like, oh, is it really going to be that good? It is not that good, worth the price. It's still more of a kind of like a generic white musk smell. It is of a higher quality. It doesn't project very loud or anything like that, but it's not something that's unique, that sets it apart, that says that you have to have this one if you really love white musk fragrances. For me, I would say 1957 is probably a better way to go. Still readily available, not discontinued like Over the Musk. Also, Over the Musk is a little bit more of an avant-garde type of white musk scent. It doesn't have that traditional sort of DNA of what you would think of with a white musk being like laundry detergent and powdery and things like that, whereas this one does, and so does 1957, but 1957 is a lot more unique and a more remarkable type of scent. This is just a run-of-the-mill white musk scent that I don't believe is worth the price, so just warning you there. Let's move on to the next one. Speaking of Over the Musk, on night number 12 I did wear Over the Musk. This one is said to be discontinued. There was rumors that it was coming back. Here in the Gulf countries, for some reason, a bunch of bottles popped up in the newer boxes. Another thing that's different between these is that the older ones, there's been a bunch of different changes over the year. Before, they didn't even have the name of the fragrance on it. Then it had the name of it, then it had Mugler, it said Les Exceptions, then it said Over the Musk. This one now doesn't say Les Exceptions on it. It just says Over the Musk. And I remember seeing a woman recently in the States. She was talking about Over the Musk. She had this same exact bottle. So Over the Musk is still, I'd say it's still tied for number one, but this one's just a little bit different. What makes Over the Musk a unique white musk scent is that it has the addition of ambret seeds or musk mallow, which is a synthetic which is used to make this white musk accord. It has cashmere wood, black pepper, and the synthetic white musk. It was originally released in 2014. I don't know the status of it right now, but this is still a great one. That's what I wore night 12. Night 13, I went with the house of Yves Saint Laurent. This is a discontinued fragrance. This is Rive Gauche Pour Homme. This is one I had been wanting. It's not, you know, one of my grail scents, but one that I wanted to get. It is a fougere. It does have a big lavender in it. Rive Gauche was originally released in 2003. The accords are on here. It says lavender, geranium, patchouli, vetiver, and gaiac wood as some of the notes in it. Fragrantica lists a number of them. So this is one that I wanted for a while. My buddy here, he was able to hook me up with a bottle, even though I paid more than retail for it. But it's a great barbershop type scent. Let's keep it moving. Night number 14, I went with the House of Guerlain. This one is called Muguet, which is Lily of the Valley. This is the 2024 edition. This is one of the ones. They've come out with a bunch of different ones that come in these big decorative bottles. I'll try to put one up on the screen so you can see it. But I was able to get some tester bottles of them. But this is one different from the different ones that they have, where this has been released annually for a number of years, at least 5 years, as a, you know, 2019, 2020, so on. This is the latest one, 2024 edition. This one has notes of Lily of the Valley, green notes, jasmine, and rose. Now, if you don't know, Lily of the Valley is not something that can be extracted from the plant itself. So the accord itself is something that is synthetically made with other flowers or other synthetic chemicals or whatnot. But this Muguet, I just went down a rabbit hole trying to find some that I liked. I did have the one from Cartier, and which I still have a 10 ml of, and then I bought a 15 ml of the Hermes one, and that one's a little bit more serious. It does have some animalic notes in it. This one is a light, very spring, early summer type of green floral scent. I can see women really enjoying it, but men, if you like white florals at all, I think you would like this one. Of the three, this one is probably my favorite. I think it's the most fun and one you don't have to think about too much. Let's keep it moving. Next up is from the House of Chanel. I went with the Parfum version of number 19. I do not own number 19 in Eau de Toilette or Eau de Parfum. I only own it in the Parfum. I was just picking them up because I knew that I heard that they were being discontinued. I knew that there was one bottle at one of the retail places here. I believe it was Harvey Nichols. So I just went on ahead and picked it up. I also have really gotten into green fragrances, especially the note of, or the note and the resin of galbanum. So it was one that I wanted to pick up. Now, it's not my favorite galbanum scent, but number 19 was originally released in 1970. The notes on this one are galbanum, neroli, orris root, rose, jasmine, oak moss, vetiver, some of the notes. It was one that is a nice wear, but I do have another like really green galbanum forward scent that I like, and I believe I did a review on it. I can't remember. It's called Antonia, and I can't think of the name of the house at the moment, but nonetheless, this is what I wore. Night number 15. Night number 16, I went with the House of Bvlgari, and this one is called Sahare. I was wearing this one because I was trying to do my updated rose list. This is a beautiful rose scent. It's one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite releases of 2024. It's a great one. This one lists notes of Taif rose and ambergris. It does have a myrrh note. It does have citruses at the top, but this is a great scent for rose lovers. It is a little bit on the sweet side, but not overly sweet. That's what I wore night 16. Night 17, I went with the House of Serge Lutens. I started to get into some of these, and this one is called Fumerie Turque in the skyscraper bottles. The name is on the bottom. This is considered a tobacco scent, which is why I was hesitant to even try it, but I'm glad that I did try it because it's a beautiful scent. What I love about it most is that it's more honey forward than it is tobacco forward. Fumerie Turque was released in 2003. This one has notes of tobacco, honey, suede, tonka bean, vanilla, styrax, rose, and black currant. And like I said, it's a deep, almost animalic, honey, slightly tobacco type of scent. It's a great scent. For me, I am going to try to get rid of this bottle. I decanted 30 ml out of it because I'm just trying to downgrade. So I just decanted 30 ml out of it. I'm trying to get rid of the 70 ml, but it's a beautiful scent. If I only had like say 50 fragrances or something like that, I would certainly keep the bottle. But as long as I have enough to get me through, which I decanted, I believe 30 ml out of it, I think it's enough to get me through. I think that they're discontinuing this format of the bottles, but this is a great one if you like honey tobacco type of scents, and it's not very sweet as well because it's called Smoked Turkish House. So let's move on to the next one. Night 18, I went with the house of Maison Francis Kurkdjian, and I wanted to wear another fougere. This is a recent purchase of mine, and this is the 200 ml of Masculin Pluriel. When I first started getting into fragrances and found that Francis Kurkdjian was a popular house, I tested a number of them, and this is one that did speak to me at the time, but I just couldn't justify getting the price. I ended up getting like Grand Soir, and not that Grand Soir is not a nice scent, but I sort of hate it just because it's just real sweet. It's not really like resinous, and so I found this 200 ml. This particular format is discontinued. This color is also discontinued. This gray color. So I was able to get it on a sale. It still was kind of expensive, but I got the 200 ml because it is a lighter scent. Masculin Pluriel was released in 2014. This one has lavender, vetiver, patchouli, cedar, leather, and woodsy notes. Now, I don't think that this is the best fougere fragrance, but it's good to have in like a repertoire of fougere, spring, summery type of scents that aren't just full of citruses. Moving on. Night number 19, I went back to the house of Serge Lutens. This is one bottle that I am not getting rid of, which is funny because I got them around the same time. I bought De Profundis first, but I had Fumerie Turque on my hand. As I was driving home, I was smelling the dry down and just love Fumerie Turque, so I went and returned this one, even though I really liked it, to get the Fumerie Turque because I didn't know how available it was. But then I wanted De Profundis, so I went back and I also bought De Profundis. But this is a bottle that I'm going to keep, and again, this is De Profundis. This one was originally released in 2011, and I believe this is like let me see what they classified this as. Just a floral fragrance. I believe this is like a masterpiece type floral fragrance. The leading note in this is chrysanthemum, and it has that green notes, violet, soil tincture, which is not super heavy on, but it's there, plum tree and incense. And you see, I see a lot of like melancholy type of reviews on it saying it's like a funeral day scent and all this other nonsense. If that's for them, then that's cool, but I like to keep it light, and I think this is a very uplifting scent. It doesn't make me feel negative or somber or anything like that. If anything, it's uplifting type of scent. It's one that I've never smelled anything like it. It's quite remarkable. I really do like this scent so much that I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep this one, even though when I have these type of bottles, I usually like decant them in smaller bottles so that I can carry them around, carry them to work and whatnot. But this one, if you haven't tried De Profundis, if you like floral scents, I would check this one out. There's not a lot of reviews on it because there's a ton of fragrances for Serge Lutens. 1, this is in the more expensive bottles. 2, and it's not one of the most popular ones, but the reviews on it are quite high. Moving on to the last one. And to end the last 10 days or 10 nights, I went with a Japanese house. And this one is from the house of Jason. This one is called Sumo Wrestler. Sumo Wrestler. These are quite affordable scents, but they had a deal where here where you buy one you get 2 free. So I got Sumo Wrestler and a couple other different ones, a Japanese soda one and a yuzu one. But this, to me, this is the best of the 3 that I got, and I think it's probably the best from the house. Sumo Wrestler was released in 2017. This one has notes of musk, heliotrope, sandalwood, patchouli, eucalyptus, anise, labdanum, orange as some of the notes. Now, this is like a powdery, semi-sweet, slightly resinous feeling type of scent, musky. It smells really great. And what I like about the Japanese scents is that none of them, because I have a couple of Comme des Garçons, is that I assume in Japan, I've been to Japan, but I never lived there, that they don't like very loud scents for, you know, cultural reasons, invading people's space and things like that. But these are like light enough, and especially sumo wrestler with the type of nose that it has, it gets you through the day without projecting too much and having a nice scent bubble around you. Again, Sumo Wrestler was released in 2017. This one, I believe that they're saying that some of the people, you know, the thumbs ups and thumbs down are about half and half, but there's people say it smells similar to Labdanum 18 by Le Labo, Musk Ravageur, which I could see that, and another one by Iris Parfums, Night Flower. Only one person said that, but I could see a similarity to Musk Ravageur. I haven't smelled Labdanum 18 a lot, but it does have this like a sweeter take on Labdanum type of scent. So I can see people saying that it is quite similar to that. So that's what I wore on night number 20. God willing, I will come to you guys with what I wore the last 10 nights. Again, I started this series out saying that last year I did all Arabic scent or Middle Eastern scent type of fragrances as a theme. This year I just decided to wear what I wanted to wear, what I was in the mood for. The month of Ramadan is earlier than it's been the last time that I did it, so I was wearing more spring type of scents. When you start fasting, you tend to, you know, certain people, if you drink a lot of coffee or whatnot, you start to get headaches the first few days. So I didn't want to wear overbearing scents that would trigger me to get a headache. So I just decided to wear what I wanted to wear, and I'm going to continue to do that, because the main thing is just about smelling good when you're in the company of other people. That's the main idea. And I will come to you with the last 10 nights. Let me know what you've been wearing if you celebrate this month. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one, guys. Peace.